Hey, fellow Leos, how's it going? Welcome back to Filara Spirit. I'm Topher, and here in my world, we like to mix spirit, science, and the art of deduction to help us turn imagination into creation. Guys, this is going to be a general read for you for the month of September 2021. I'm aware most of my readings are timeless, so this will be in its own separate monthly readings playlist. You can check out the rest of your signs, you guys, if this doesn't resonate for you. You can also check out all of the information down below for personal and private readings via the link to my website. Check me out on Instagram, where you can see my brand new tarot deck being posted. And you can check me out on TikTok for daily mini messages. So let's get straight into it, you guys. Your theme song, very exciting, for the month of September, Dragon Rider. Okay, I'm going to link it down below as always, you guys. This, the first word that I'm hearing, strangely, is tempo. Upping the tempo, right? This piece of music, it's not that other pieces of music in my deck aren't up tempo, but this one is it's the one that stands out, right? It's very, very fast paced. It's got a very clear, consistent rhythm to it that is just all the way throughout the piece of music, right? And as it sort of climaxes, you have that crescendo towards the end of the song. Everything really starts, everything builds. I always see it as distinctly more so than other pieces of music, especially other pieces of music by Two Steps from Hell, Thomas Bergerson, which is pretty much 80% of my deck, you guys. So tempo, the tempo, either upping the tempo or a change in tempo, right? Meaning the, it's not necessarily things happening. Oh, how do I want to say this? So let's say that you've been going, some people, we feel like our lives are going very slow, right? And then something will happen and our lives will be going at a different speed. It's not necessarily that for you. It's things are happening in quick succession, right? So yes, your life will be speeding up in that sense, but not necessarily where it's like you're go, go, go all the time. It's things that they're happening around you, because I'm hearing that clear, it's a really clear beat that this piece, listen to it and you'll know exactly what I mean. It's a really clear, constant beat going on in the background, right? And it's like, yes, your life's speeding up, but it's not you speeding up. It's not you necessarily doing lots of things and running around all over the place. It's things are happening for you at a quicker pace, right? And it's maybe like manifestations or because I'm not really getting it that it's in one area of life either. It feels like it's more an overall picture, one day this will happen and it will work out for you. And the next day something else will happen in a totally different area. And it's, oh my gosh, this is working out and this is working out. And all of things like start happening for you one after the other really, really, really quickly, far quicker than they ever have before, right? So we're going to pull your main theme here with the Beyond Lemuria. We're going to have a look at what you're clearing with the Akashic records. We're going to have a look at challenges with the Dark Goddess, blessings with the fairy oracle, and advice from the ancestors, and of course my deck to clarify if we need it, you guys. So let's get into it and have a look at your overall theme, or should I say ours, you guys. I am a Leo sun, so this message is for all of us. Okay. Oh, it just came straight. Oh, you've got two. Wow, very interesting. Okay, you have the solar plexus chakra, number 4, radiant illumination. The solar plexus chakra being our power center, being our confidence and our courage to go after the things we want, to do the things and say the things we need to. It's a center for manifestation as well. I always see sort of the heart, the sacral, and the solar plexus and the sacral chakra being not necessarily the most important, but those are the ones that we use for manifestation, right? Those are the manifestation centers. And again, can you see in the middle here, there's these gems. It's like the gems are things happening in quick succession for you, right? One after the other. But I'm also seeing this here as this combination of the 3 manifestation chakras. But then you've also pulled here, interestingly enough, oh no, you've got, where is, oh, there it is, vulnerability, number 56, reducing to an 11, you guys, which is a master number, and is a master manifestation number, right? Because 1 is manifestation, it's the beginning of something, it's something being in fruition and the journey being started with it. It's also the card of the magician. It's also the number of the magician as well, which is manifestation. 56 reducing to an 11 is a master number, which is just essentially, it's not necessarily that it's more powerful. Things are not always more powerful than other things, but 11 always, it's the just card of justice. It always reminds me of the doorway onto the soul's path, right? It's a karmic alignment where finally the door opens and you can pass through like the 11, right, through the gateway. And I'm actually seeing it right in the center. You see in the center here, there's these two crystals, almost like they're in the formation of the number 11. Now, vulnerability. Now, this is confidence and courage here with the solar plexus chakra over your vulnerability. So it seems like the main theme for you in September, which is possibly why things start happening for you in quick succession, this feels like you are stepping out of your comfort zone in quite a big way. One of the main points of law of attraction and manifestation and even just creating your own reality is the ability to be outside of your comfort zone, because when we're doing things or we're in situations, places, etc., that we constantly always are in, or that we have been forever, nothing new can be made of it because we're still in that same zone. This is you stepping out of that zone. You seem to be stepping out of your comfort zone here in a way that, yes, has the potential to make you feel vulnerable, but in a good way, right? In a way that you are in the unknown, which is where new things can be created for you. So you're not stagnating in the same situations. You're not living that same existence and you're not living out that same reality because you're stepping into a place that is outside of your reality or outside of the reality that you have been building or that has been built around you, right? Now, for some of you, it's going to be, I feel like, what I want to say, it's going to be nerve-wracking, but you know how they say nerves and excitement are the same emotion. They're the same feeling, the same sensation. And it kind of feels like this is what's going on here because things are happening for you in like really, really quick succession here. You're feeling outside of your comfort zone, but in a way that is exciting. Yes, you're nervous because you're outside of your comfort zone and you're feeling a little bit vulnerable. You're not sure how things are going to go. You're maybe not used to having this lack of control, right? But in a really, really good way, because that's the place where you can create new things. That's the place from which you can start painting a new canvas or start writing a new story, right? Let's pull the Akashic records. I want to see what's going to be cleared in September, and then we'll clarify a bit because yeah, you're definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone though, in the best possible way, okay? Like in a really, really good way. I mean, if anybody can step outside of their comfort zone and still display this level of confidence, to still shine this brightly and be this self-assured, it's Leo, right? Even if you have to fake it till you make it, right? Where it's like, okay, I'm outside of my comfort zone. I'm really, really uncomfortable, but I'm going to be positive. I'm going to keep my Leo energy. I'm going to keep shining brightly because I know that whilst I'm in this unknown, the void, this unknown situation, this new place or this new atmosphere, new things can happen. Okay, what's being cleared here in September for Leo? Ooh. Oh, and it's kind of coming out sideways, you guys, but it's ever so slightly angled to the reverse. So I am going to take it in reverse, which is awesome because it's autumn. Okay, this card is the Four of Forces, the Four of Wands, representative of spring and autumn. In the reverse, we are talking about autumn, and autumn is what? Harvest. Harvest. This is a harvesting of something that you have already been planting the seeds, you have already been building towards, and things now start kicking off in quick succession for you. Boom, 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 boom. And it's kind of exciting. It's nerve-wracking. You are I feel like you're shaking with excitement and nerves all at the same time, but again, in a really, really good way. You know, it's not going to feel, you are going to feel out of your comfort zone, but it's not going to feel like you're being forced to do something you don't want to do. You're not going to feel like you're in a situation where you don't want to be, right? I want to be here, even though it's making me feel uncomfortable, because I know that this is where the growth is, in these new situations, in these unknown situations, or unknown places for some of you, or unknown lifestyles, right? Some of you, it's like your lifestyle is changing, and it's one thing after your job changes, your relationships change, your living situation changes, your money change, it's all one thing after the other really, really quickly. And yeah, that's going to cause some kind of, oh my gosh, I don't know how to live in this new, or I don't know, I only know how to live in what I've cultivated before. I don't know how to interact with this kind of lifestyle where everything is just happening for me exactly the way that I want it to. But like I said, it's not that you're going to be there and you are going to do everything that you can do to get it back to the way it was. It is going to feel uncomfortable, but you are absolutely going to want to be there, because like I said, you've already planted the seeds. This is your harvest, Leo. Autumn is literally in the Northern Hemisphere where I am. This is what we're heading into, is autumn, right? Pretty much over the months of September, October, autumn is starting to shift in. This is your time of harvest. So don't be scared of what it is that you have created. You have created this. You have planted the seeds for it. And it's beautiful, by the way, right? So don't be afraid of it. This is what you wanted, right? There's nothing to be afraid of, because it's you have worked for this, right? Okay, let's clarify here. Clarify this vulnerability. Interesting. One more. Right. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. On the bottom of that there, I see it. Okay, I've got the Knight of Skulls and I've got the Seven of Skulls. Skulls in my deck is cups, you guys, implying that love lasts way beyond death, right? So skulls can still love each other. Also, I like skeletons. Knight of Skulls, Seven of Skulls. Knight of Skulls is romance. It's the Prince Charming, right? Whether this is you or this is you dealing with other people, right? And then we've got the Seven of Skulls here, which is options. So and then on the bottom of the deck, I've got the Three of Wow and the Eight of Clues. I've got the Three of Clues and the Eight of Clues, which is swords, you guys. Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords. That's not such great energy. So, okay, I'm getting this here. Whether this is somebody offering love, you offering love, or the Knight of Skulls always for me as well is when you love doing something, right? When something makes you feel romantic, where it makes you feel like you're living the fairy tale ideal that Prince Charming sort of brings along with him, right? He's riding in on his white steed. It doesn't have to be a person, but it can just be something that you are in love with in that sense, right? Where it makes you feel like it's a fantasy, where it makes you feel like it's a fairy tale dream come true and you are the main character in that fairy tale. And now the Seven of Skulls is options, right? Sometimes it's about being careful what you choose for. Marius is about to pick up a tarantula there, right? But it's also, I mean, it can be confusing because you have so many options. I'm kind of getting here yeah, okay. Eight of Swords, self-sabotage, holding yourself back, all of that kind of stuff. Three of Clues, disappointment, being let down, heartache, and heartbreak. This is starting to make a lot of sense. This vulnerability, Leo, here is coming from you having made choices in the past. And those choices didn't necessarily turn out the way that you wanted them to. Maybe you felt like the choices were out of your hands. Eight of Clues, like your hands were bound and you didn't have the chance to make choices for yourself, or you made choices that just didn't turn out the way that you wanted them to, or the way that you hoped they would. Now, here comes a pivotal point for you, Leo, where you seem to, for some of you, Eight of Swords, Three of Swords, this vulnerability here. Maybe you have told yourself that you can't have options. Or maybe you've told yourself that there aren't as many options as you think, that options aren't available to you, that you are not good enough for options, that if you allow yourself to dream and want things, right, with this fairy tale dreamy energy here, Knight of Skulls, and the Seven of Skulls being options and choices, like it's, you tell yourself, or you have been telling yourself, that you can't have things that you want. This is what I'm feeling. Three of Clues, Eight of Clues, and it's self-sabotage. If I want something that makes me, that is kind of dreamy, that is just fairy tale like, for example, your perfect person or your perfect lifestyle or etc. If I want those things, then I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get let down. I'm going to get disappointed. And now we're in a position, Leo, where you likely hold yourself back from things, or just for, maybe not now because it seems to be working itself. You are working it out of yourself here. But for a long time, I think you told yourself, if I expect or I hope for something, then I'm going to get disappointed. So if I don't hope for things, Eight of Swords, self-sabotage and holding yourself back. If I don't hope for anything, if I don't wish for anything, if I don't ask for anything, if I don't want anything, then I can't get let down, right? This is the distinction here between this one. This is the harvest for you. Like the harvest comes in because you, Leo, realize that that's what you've been doing, that you tell yourself that if you hope for something, if you wish for something, if you want something, or you choose something for yourself, then you're more than likely going to get let down. So you just don't choose things for yourself. So you just don't hope for things. You just don't expect things. You don't, right? That makes sense with Leo energy as well. Incredibly independent, right? Wanting to be in the limelight and have some kind of an audience, yes, but absolutely independent. But I'll get everything from that. I don't want anything, certainly when it comes to materials and stuff like that, right? And this is where this nerves and excitement is coming in from. This is the vulnerability. You need to be vulnerable. You need to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You need to allow yourself to expect better, to wish and hope and dream for something, right? More than one thing I want to say here as well. Like I said, this dragon rider has given me, it's multiple areas of life. And with autumn being the harvest, it's a big harvest. It's a huge Seven of Skulls. That's lots of different things. It's time for you to allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to hope for something, to wish for something, to want something. And then without then thinking to yourself that you're going to be let down, right? And this is where both the nerves and the excitement is coming from. The excitement is coming from finally allowing yourself to want something and hope for something and almost assume that it's going to turn out in your favor, right? But the nerves are coming from it being sort of the first time in a while, Leo, that you've done something like this. I mean, this message is totally resonating with me, by the way. But it's being the first time in a while that you've actually allowed yourself to wholeheartedly wish for something and not assume that it's going to turn out horribly, right? Let's pull your shadow message because I feel like it's gonna sort of link in here. Because the Dark Goddess was meant to be for your challenge in the month of September. I feel like I've already sort of gone over it here a little bit, right? Your challenge being vulnerability. Okay, what is the, okay, came straight out. Inara, trickery. I love this actually, because can you see the tiger in the background? I know you're Leo and you're a lion, but nevertheless, I don't think any of these other cards have big cats on them. And I've pulled the one with these jungle animals, and you are king of the animals, right? Or queen, whatever. Inara. There you go. Okay, don't be tricked or you will find yourself trapped. What? Right? Ah, I see what's going on here. That's what you did. Probably in a lot of areas in your life, you didn't want to be tricked, so or find yourself trapped. So you just didn't go for anything. It's like you held yourself back for fear of being tricked or ending up trapped, right? Open your eyes to see the truth of intention. Someone seems too good to be true. Yeah, this is absolutely your challenge. This is absolutely your challenge for the month of September, okay? It's not the fact that someone seems too good to be true, right? The fact is that you tell yourself that things are too good to be true. Even before you get the thing with this Knight of Skulls, even before you actually even go for something, you tell yourself it's too good to be true, right? I'm going to go for this job. And you do go for the job, but before you have even applied for the job, you are already telling yourself, Leo, it's too good to be true, right? Be true, honest, and integral. You are about to be found out. See, this is not what's going to happen to you. This is what you are afraid of, Leo. You are afraid of being caught out for some reason. You are afraid of finding yourself trapped. You are afraid of opening your eyes to see that things actually are what they seem. This is your harvest time. Is it too good to be true? No, it's literally your harvest time. I mean, it's just, how can I put this? It's like baking a cake, right? You put the pieces of the cake together and you put the cake in the oven. When you take the cake out of the oven and you decorate it and stuff, right? You don't then look around afterwards and go, that's too good to be true. That's so, like, you know how you made the cake because you were the one putting in the eggs and the water and the oil and all the various things, right? You don't question when it comes out, no, that's not what, no, because you know, this is exactly what this is. You have been putting together this cake, whatever this harvest is. Oh my gosh, look, there's literally actually cake on the 7 of skulls, you guys. But you've told yourself for a long, long time that you can't have what you want, that you'll get let down, that you'll get disappointed, that, it's kind of making me a bit sad, you guys, because I feel like this is a massive, huge moment for you, right? Can you overcome that? Can you overcome that limiting thought belief that you have that you can't have what you want, or that what you want is too big or too fairy tale or too fantasy, that what you want is too much to ask for, that what you want is too good to be true? No, it's not too good to be true. It's literally coming out of the oven because you freaking cooked it. It's everything. It's only true. It's as literal as baking a cake. It's only true. You made it. You made this. Why wouldn't you take it? You built this harvest for yourself, and it's a harvest across all of your life as well. 7 of Skulls, 7 of Cups. It's multiple areas. I told you right from the start when this Dragon Rider came out, one thing after another, love, money, work, home, family, friends, boom, do one after the other, just all falling into place for you. And yeah, you are going to be left in this thing of, this is too good to be true, but it's not, because you made it. It's not too good to be true. You're the artist here. You've painted the picture. You've painted this beautiful picture, you know, and yeah, you might stand back and look at it and go, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I created this. I cannot believe I actually painted this picture. I cannot believe that I started with a blank canvas and this is where I ended up. You might say these things to yourself, but you wouldn't turn around and go, no, that's not mine. I didn't do that. That's not mine. That must be somebody else's. No, there must be something wrong. You wouldn't do that because it's your piece of art. This is exactly, oh, this is your whole life. Your whole life here is art. Claim it. You've got to claim it because you made it. If the teacher stood up in the art lesson and said, whose is this beautiful picture? Whose is this beautiful picture? You would be mortified if somebody stood up and said, yeah, I did that. You'd be like, excuse me, no, I spent ages building that. I spent ages painting that. This is your harvest here. Oh my gosh, on the bottom of the deck. Abundance. Prepare yourself for the incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. That's your fairy tale, you guys. This is absolutely a wish and a dream come true. And it's a whole lifestyle. It's a dream lifestyle for you. One thing after another, just seamlessly falling into place because you built it that way and you did the work to clear your mental blocks. You are doing the work to clear these limiting thought beliefs. Just keep going. You're so close. That's why You're the song that came out that flipped out onto the floor was almost there. That's why that one came out as well. Oh, okay. Just give me a sec. Okay, what is the blessing here? Besides abundance, obviously. Yes. See, you've got ask for help and divination on the bottom of the deck. So it's kind of, I don't think there's a lot you need to do necessarily, but your blessing in the month of September is the universe intervening, right? Ask for help. So asking for help for spirit and angels, ancestors, source, however you refer to it, God, etc. And divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Absolutely. In September, you are going to get, it's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. I can't put it any simpler than that. And once the one thing happens, everything then starts changing in quick succession as well. Things will just be one day, things will work out in this area. The next day, it's just going to be so fast. You probably won't have much time to keep up with it, or you'll struggle keeping up with it, where it's, oh my gosh, my whole life is perfectly slotting into place. But most of all, with divination here, which is using various tools to connect, so meditation, candles, Palo Santo, I do it through music, however you guys, music and dance, however you guys connect, that is how you connect, okay? But this is what you'll be doing in September. You don't have to do anything. Your blessing in September is that you don't have to do anything besides stay open and stay connected, right? And the universe is doing everything else for you. In September, the universe is doing everything else for you. The universe is bringing in your harvest. You don't actually have to go out as the farmer and harvest all of the whatever, the fruits or the wheat, whatever it is, right? You don't have to do that. The universe is going to do that for you. You just have to sit as the farmer in your farmhouse and be ready for the universe to bring it to you, right? Which is you staying connected, you staying open, it's you meditating, keeping your mind calm and clear, keeping yourself conscious and aware, right? And to just go with the flow. It's going to come in. You don't have to do anything. Leo, you don't have to do anything. This is the universe is doing this for you. Your job is to deal with your challenge of assuming that you were going to be let down or that you can't have what you want, right? Like the universe would be offended if it brought you this perfect lifestyle that you want. It's bringing you things one after the other. The universe would be offended if you sort of looked and was like, I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious. What's the catch? That's what I'm hearing you say. What's the catch? What do I have to do? Right? And it's like, no, you've already done it. You've already done it. Maybe you didn't realize that you've been doing it for a long time, but you've already done it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to sign for the freaking package. That's it. It's paid for, Leo. It's bought and paid for. Just sign for the package. Okay, ancestor advice. Oh, shut up. Shut up and get out right now. Oh my gosh. Drop your shields. Drop your shields. Look at that. Vulnerability and the protection guardian. Drop your shields. I don't even make it up, you guys. It just comes out all by yourself. What did I just say to you? You've already done, stop being you're so guarded against your own desires. You're so guarded against your own dreams. Right? I keep hearing it. If I don't want anything, if I don't ask for anything, if I don't hope and wish for anything, then I can't get let down. Right? But it's bought and paid for. You've already done the work for this. You don't have to do anything to get it. You don't have to do anything to, you've done it. I can't put it any simpler than that. It's just, you need to sign for the package, right? Which means dropping your shields, which means getting rid of any limiting thought beliefs that you still have, that are still hanging on there, that tell you can't have what you want, that tell you to assume that you're going to be let down, that stop you from feeling that excitement, stop you from feeling that hope and that joy and that gratitude for your whole life working out the way you want it to. Right? That's your challenge. That's also your blessing as well. This is a lot of blessings coming for you, Leo, but you've got to sign for the package. Okay. You've got to answer the door, really. Which for you, metaphorically, for you, it means dropping those sheets, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to hope and wish for something as a child would, right? As a child wishes and hopes for something on their birthday or Christmas or whatever holiday they celebrate, right? They don't go to bed with this limiting thought belief that Santa isn't going to bring their present. You know, it isn't until we tell them that he's not real, or all of these ridiculous things and stuff, that the child stops believing. It's not until we break down that reality for them and they get older. When they're younger, they could wish for something, go to bed, not sleep because they're so excited, and then when they get up, they don't get it, right? Because it's ridiculous. They want a pony or something like that, right? But they don't go to bed knowing that they're not going to get a pony. And then the next year, they'll still do it again. Even though they didn't get the pony last year, they'll still do it again, right? That is the magic, by the way. That is the magic and the joy of your inner child. You still have that ability inside of you, but Leo, more so than other people, you have programmed it out of yourself, where you don't go to bed excited anymore. You don't go to bed and not sleep because you can't wait for the next day, or you can't wait for what's going to happen, right? You don't do that. You just assume that you're not going to have something. You expect that you're not going to have something. And that way you can't get let down. But then you also manifest the not having of it, right? Let this inner child out. Become that 6-year-old who is so excited that Santa is coming tomorrow that he can't go to sleep, right? That she can't stop going to the door to hear if her parents are talking downstairs, and her parents, go back to bed. What are you doing? Santa's not going to come if you're not asleep. Oh, but Mom, I can't sleep. I'm so excited, right? You need to adopt this energy here and about a lot of things. 7 of Skulls, Dragon Rider, this massive harvest here with about your whole life, Leo. Be that 6-year-old child about your whole life, as if tomorrow, every tomorrow, is you waking up on Christmas morning and you open the biggest present. And that present is literally your perfect life. Yeah, I want you to go to bed for the next 2 weeks with that thought, that tomorrow you are going to wake up and you are going to open the best Christmas present you have ever had, or your birthday present, whatever, right? So this is what I have for you guys. It's really, really intriguing reading. I wasn't expecting it to go that way. And I love that you guys got a real focused message on the challenge here, right? Because it's almost like it's the final tail end of something here. It's almost, it said it's almost there. I said that song flipped out on the floor, almost there. It's just opening the door. That's it, right? Anyway, I'm rambling. Let me know how it turns out for you guys. I hope you have a great September. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram, where you can meet Topher and Marius, and TikTok for mini messages, along with all of the personal and private reading information in the description box down below. I love you guys. See you next time.